Take a look at what's happening in Oklahoma. This is wild. So the Independent says Oklahoma will use nitrogen gas to kill prisoners despite it being deemed inappropriate for euthanizing mammals. Wow. So according to the Death Penalty Information Center, nobody has ever used this method before to kill a person. It's never been done. Not once. So this is totally experimental. And the American Veterinary Medical Association deemed the process inappropriate for euthanizing mammals. And get this, they said it would take more than 7 minutes to bring about the death of a 70-pound pig. Whoa. So they're saying, listen, this isn't fast acting, this isn't painless. It takes about 7 minutes before you kill a 70-pound pig. Imagine what it would do to a 165 or 175-pound person. And they just implemented it. They're just like, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to use this. Because they had it as a backup method, but they never used it. And now they're like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use nitrogen. Oh my God. So this is what's been happening. For those of you who don't know the backstory here, the company that made the death penalty cocktail, it was a pharmaceutical company from Europe. And they decided, why the fuck are we still making this? Throughout Europe, we don't have the death penalty anymore. So we're going to stop making this because we don't want to partake in, the killing that's going on, and it's going on in the States. States have the death penalty. The U.S. has the death penalty. So as a result of that, they've been trying to come up with new ways to kill people because the old way is no longer an option. And they did these other drug cocktails, and there were problems with it, and there's been so many botched executions. People have been foaming at the mouth, and it took them 20 minutes to die. We've covered every single one of these stories. And it feels like almost every execution now in the U.S. is botched. Sometimes it's because of the drug. Sometimes it's just because they can't find a vein on the person, so they poke them with a fucking needle for hours on end. But now we've gotten to the point where this has to cross a line. If the Supreme Court does not rule that this is cruel and unusual, then we should stop pretending that those words have any meaning at all. If you're going to torture somebody for minimum 7 minutes before they die, just stop pretending that the Eighth Amendment exists. Just say we don't agree with the Eighth Amendment and we're not going to abide by it. Don't try to have your cake and eat it too and argue, no, we still believe in the Eighth Amendment, but we are going to torture somebody for at least 7 minutes before they die. And that's what drives me crazy is, listen, 4% of the time we kill the wrong people with the death penalty anyway, so we should stop on those grounds alone. But if you ask me, a reasonable interpretation of the Constitution, in fact, the most reasonable interpretation of the Constitution and the Eighth Amendment is that's cruel and unusual. If you kill somebody, that's cruel and unusual by definition because you're killing somebody. The rest of the modern world doesn't have, the rest of the world, most of the rest of the world, the majority, the rest of the world, they don't have the death penalty. So that is by definition now unusual because it is not the usual. It's not the norm. It's not the majority doing it. So, and cruel, I mean, would you say killing somebody is cruel? I would say killing somebody is cruel. So, not the best thing to have our tax dollars go towards, but now our tax dollars are going towards it, and they're just experimenting, and it's going to, countless ways to torture people before they die, and they don't care. They don't care. So it's good that this is what the state government in Oklahoma is thinking about in the year 2018. You would think that, when you look at the old school movies from like the 1990s, what's the world going to be like in 2018? You got fucking flying cars and all that. No, you got idiots who are in the state government in Oklahoma who are like, yes, we're going to kill people and possibly torture them before we kill them, and it'll be great. It's really sad.